I've had a hell of a week, so today I'll be doing an easy box. I've had basically work from around 9 in the morning until after midnight almost every day this week. So I want something nice and easy. Since we've done Baby 2 on the stream, I think I'm gonna do thank you for the subscription, and Map Jo. Hope I pronounced that correctly. So we're gonna be doing Baby. Let's get started. I'm already connected to HackTheBox. This is a box from HackTheBox, not HackSmarter. So and I've had to reinstall my operating system besides all of that, so I've now switched my base to something else. I'm trying out Catchy OS, which seems to be quite fast compared to Linux Mint, which I had before. Right, I need to start the box, don't I? We don't have an IP address yet. Oh wow, that's real. 20 streams. You're dedicated. Let me know if you can hear me okay or the music is too loud. I had to mix up some stuff in OBS. Taking my notes so I can create the write-up afterwards. And I've got the new screenshots functionality. Let's hope it works as I expect it to. It does. Good. From the ports that I'm seeing here, we're dealing with an Active Directory machine. Let's see if we have a domain name to work with. we have here? We have LDAP, we have Kerberos, the usual ones. Interesting. Do we have WinRM? Yes, we do have WinRM as well. We like seeing that. While the scan is still running, we can start enumerating SMB LDAP using NetExec, so XC LDAP with guest users, so let's see if that works. db.vl, empty username, empty password. Shares? Oh no, that's LDAP. Some users there, and we get the password. Potential password here. We don't know if it works yet. Let's save it. Let's see if we have anything over SMB with this one before going further. See if we have any enumeration tools in here that might be... Well, we've already got the user descriptions from here. Username list here. How do we want to do this? Can we save that to a file? So just options. Okay. Is that any better? And thank you for the contribution. Thanks for letting me know. As I said, I had to reinstall everything, so some settings got jumbled up. Right, let's do just users and put that into root users NXC, and we can work with the list afterwards. We can remove what we don't need. Let's do some now we need the field. Or no, that's empty because we have too many empty spaces here, so that would be useless. It's easier just to do it this way. We have an initial password, so what we can do is do a brute force check on that. LDAP users pass. Let's see. Okay, none of them actually connect. That's not useful. Should we do an LDAP search? Or I haven't used LDAP search in a while. Let me check my command reference. If I have it in there. Yeah. Come on. Oh, there we go. LDAP search. This is from my blog, by the way. I just copied the command from there and I'm editing it, so DC. It's baby DC baby.dl. Object class user. Let's see. And it works. So I'm just trying to see if there are any other users that might have been missed from NetExec. So let's put that into another LDAP users, and let's have a look. Okay, well we can work with this in Bash. It's fine. So LDAP users grep dn. Doesn't seem to have given us anything else. What if I put everything? So that's given us everything from LDAP. So LDAP users 2. Okay, now we have some computers as well. So we have now the DN there. We need to sanitize this a bit. How can we do that? Cut delimiter. I want equals field 1. No, field 2. Cut delimiter. F1. I'm just looking to see if we have any users that are different. But what we can do is and we can remove the groups that we know are actually. So we can remove that one because that's the KRB TGT, domain controllers, computers, schema admin, enterprise. We can remove the groups because we won't be able to check on groups anyway. Keep dev, we need to check that. IT as well. Okay. Let's keep it like that. I could have done that with the bash script, but whatever. So we have some users here. If we compare it to NXE, this has 8 entries, this one has 12. I'm not sure about dev and IT, but we can check that in LDAP users. CN object class group, so this won't work either. How about IT? Group as well. We can remove those from our users. So we still have 2 more than originally. That's what we found originally. So we didn't get Ian last time, and we didn't get Caroline. Let's search for Ian to see why we didn't get it as a user. No, CN. That's weird. Only has that. Okay, Caroline. Ah, so these are users apparently, but they don't have the full object attached to them, so it's not returned in the initial search. That's weird. Anyway, we have our list of users. Let's do another check with the original password that we had, but this time we can use users LDAP. Let's see if we get the... There we go. So the password works for Caroline, but we need to change the password. There we go. So how do we change the password? Can we do it with bloody AD? No, because we would need a user for that. What can we use? SMB client? I think we can use SMB client if it's gonna ask us for a new password after logging in. Or impacket-SMB client. Yeah, let's do that. Baby start 1, 2, 3. Password must change. Okay, that's not gonna work. I think we still need to do the original SMB client. I'm just referencing my notes again. We might need to specify the domain, but let's see. Password. Google will know. No, it's SMB password. Okay. It would be nice if Impacket would implement that. So, let's see. And then the password that we'll need is that one. Old password. Password changed. Perfect. So the new password is, yeah, I know, very original. Which means we can do now, there we go. So this being Active Directory, my next step would be to run Bloodhound. So, yeah, we need to bring Bloodhound up, actually. And we need to run Bloodhound. Ooh. Sorry for the spoilers. I need to stop saving history. DC. Yeah, that's actually the domain name is just baby.vl. Baby.vl. DNS was like the address of the box again. For the name server, we have that. What happened here? Then 1 to 9, 2, 3, 4, 71. No. Don't use LDAPs. User is Caroline.Robinson. And we're not using Kerberos. we're using local authentication, and then we can specify a password. 1, 2, 3 exclamation mark. Okay, Bloodhound should be up now. Let's see. I might need to clean previous data. Yes, I do need to clean previous data. So how was everyone else's week? Hope you had a much better week than I did. Are you done? Yes, good. Documents. This is baby, loot, bloodhound, and we have bloodhound there. So we already have a compromised user, but we don't know anything about them. That's why I run Bloodhound. It just makes life easier. So now we can go in here and search for Caroline. Oh, it's a... Why is it marked as a member of IT, remote management, and backup operators? Usually backup operators have the ability to use higher privileges on the server, which is always useful. But we're interested in the remote management for the time being anyway. So let me take a screenshot of that. To be fair, we could have seen that in... No, we couldn't have seen that in the LDAP search, because the LDAP search did not return that. It does not return anything for Caroline, or for Ian for that matter. So and my screenshot did not save correctly. Which means theoretically we should be able to use default WinRM. There we go. Do we have a flag? We do. So we get our first flag. Now let's see. Normally I would check privileges. Actually all. And we can close that side because we don't need it. Let's see it properly. So backup privilege, which is interesting. Yeah, we have restore. This should allow us to actually dump LSAS. But we can check that. Let me just create a screenshot of that. So, SeBackupPrivilege is quite a dangerous one to have. Don't blind me, please. Okay. Apparently it cannot do dark mode. Why? Whew. My eyes. Yeah, we know about the SE impersonate, but SE backup privilege. Let's have a look. Changing permission to path. But we should be able to just dump LSAS from registry, shouldn't we? Oh, thank you for the contribution. How are we looking? Are we any close to 100,000 there? Oh, we're 60% there. That's not bad. You guys are gonna make me do a 24-hour stream, aren't you? Right. Where's that? So in theory, with those permissions, we should just be able to, if my machine would deem it properly to copy paste. Actually, you know what? I can type this out. HQLM. Yeah, so we have salmon system and security. Is it security? Yes, it should be. It's been a while since I've done this manually. Nope, access denied. Doesn't matter, we have the two that we're actually interested in. So what we can do is download SAM. If that works. Come on. Oh no, that's normal even WinRM, not this one. Right. There we go. Let me write that in notes. Where is it? Different tools have different functionalities, so be aware of the tools. So we have those. Oh, this one's still downloading. In the meantime, I think we can use impacket-secretsdump for this. If I'm not mistaken, let's see if it will take a system. We don't have security, but we have SAM. So yeah. Once that's downloaded, and we moved it into scans. I'll need to move that away from there. Almost there. So with secretsdump, we should be able to dump the administrator's hash, or actually, let's have a look, because we had another user that we didn't find initially, which is Ian. Yeah, so he's a high privilege user as well. Why? Is he? Yeah, he's part of the administrators group. So that's why he's a high interest user. And that's probably why he's not showing up in the normal LDAP search either. Okay, so that's done. Let's move the salmons, because I don't like them being in scans. Right. Now let's see. We need to pass in SAM and system. We do need a target. Okay, which is local. And we have an administrator hash. We can do that, make that bigger. No, we will WinRM. Baby.vl. Username administrator. Or do we need to dump the hashes for Ian? That would be an interesting way to achieve that. But we could do so from Caroline, we don't have a direct path, but we know she's part of the backup service, so we could do we don't need it. Or at least I don't think we need it. That's interesting. We might need to go and have a look at the hashes for Ian. Let me try the Python version. Yeah, that's the problem. So it fails to authenticate as administrator. So we need the hash for Ian, not for administrator. You know what? Go away. Let's have a look. Yeah, we could do this. Yeah, robocopy. This is the one that I was Right, let's do this. Because we have the ability to do so. We don't need a shadow copy, do we? No, that's C Windows. There we go. No, of course, because it doesn't exist. Shadow copy, no, robo copy, NTDS.dit. Wait, what did I do wrong? So I want, oh no, this is trying to copy a directory. I need a file. So this is copy just a directory. I want the file. I have it in my notes. Apparently not. Files in backup mode. But why is it copying a full directory then? Why is it trying to copy a full directory? Because we only need this particular file. NTDS.dit. Oh, it's copying, okay. I was just being impatient. It's retrying. We might need to do the shadow copy. There should be an easier way. Let me check my scripts. Might have something in the sharp. There might be something in the sharps collection for shadow copy. If not, we can run it manually. Well, I don't see anything that stands out, so okay. We do need a shadow copy, and I've realized why. We need a shadow copy because robocopy won't copy if a file is already in use. So the idea is you create a shadow copy first, which allows the file to be in an unused state, so not locked by any other process, and that allows you to make a copy of that. So let's okay. Now let's follow the instructions that we have in here, because we have everything that we need there. Well, we might not be able to do it like this. We need I think we need to invoke the shadow copy, disk shadow as a script, yeah. Because we're not in a normal interactive console, we cannot run it like that. So let's do this. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. Shadow. Begin backup. Create. Expose F. And backup. Exit. Good. Let's clean our workspace a bit. 80. Okay, so now we have shadow copy. I think it was stack as, wasn't it? Yep. And I want a log file as well, so tag s, and that's bk tag l bk log. Why is it failing? Because I am setting it to on. Why is this one failing on me? It's not importing the full file for some reason. It's cutting off there. Now that is interesting. Okay, let's try. Is it case sensitive? And let's use persistent instead of I know this is just a name, but it's weird that no. Now that is strange. Any ideas, chat? Why would that react like that? Because the script is correct and we are executing it with diskshadow. Thank you for the follow. Open MMK. This is the script. Well, we've managed to get a user on a HackTheBox machine that has SE impersonate privilege, and we're trying to basically create a shadow copy of the C drive so we can copy NTDS.dit file so we can extract all the hashes. But for some reason our script does not want to run as it's intended. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe because I was editing it on a Windows system, on a Linux system, and then running it on Linux. Let's see if that's... Yeah, line endings. Well, good catch, Bunny Bam. Let me just take some screenshots for the notes. Search. Yeah. Okay. So we have a shadow copy created. Which basically should allow us to... Yeah, this is the content that we're interested in. Which means we should be able to use robocopy now. If I can find the command. If not, I'm just gonna write it by hand. And we can do, instead of C, we do F drive. And we have all the files there now. So once that's downloaded, we should be able to extract Ian's hash with in packets, but providing the NTDS.dit file instead of the hashes, the SAM registry, the SAM hive. Hey Lemon Tree, how are you? Okay, we have that. We go to loot. Actually, let's move. Scans NTDS here, and we can run impacket. There we go. Basically, this is the equivalent of doing a DC sync. Oh, I'm good. We've just basically managed to, I think in theory, finish Baby from HackTheBox. Because we now have Ian's hash here, so you came in at the time when we managed to get administrator, DC admin actually. So let's verify that. Ian, what's his name? Walker. No worries. So yeah, we've managed to get the root flag, but it wasn't just a simple registry dump. We needed the full Active Directory hashes, which we've got thanks to a shadow copy. Interesting box. Quite interesting. Anomaly? No, I don't think so. Let me check my notes, but I don't think I've done anomaly. No, not yet. Is it good? Or have you done it?